So I made a few changes to my new bike this week. I thought I'd quickly tell you about that. So new tyres is the first thing. I did this because I wanted to set it up tubeless. The Izalco comes with DT Swiss wheels. They're tubeless ready. It's got the valves, they're taped, everything you need. But it still had inner tubes when I got it. So the stock tyres are Vittoria Courses, 28mm. Vittoria's just not my favourite tyre. I've used Conti's in the past, so I thought while I'm doing this I'll change the tyres out. I ended up getting these Pirelli P0 Race TLR RS's, which is Pirelli's performance racing tyre, I guess. And I ended up getting them in 30mm, so it was either 28s or 30s. I went 30s, why not, try it out. I've not ridden them yet. I've never ridden tubeless tyres, so I will report back, let you know what I think. They do blow up to just under 32mm, so kind of pushing the clearance on the Izalco. Max clearance is listed as 30mm, and I've got, it's fine everywhere, just at the rear chainstays I've got like 4mm, which is probably like minimum clearance that you would want, but I think it'll be fine. We'll see how they go. So I've done all my midweek training on these tyres now, so just under 6 hours, and I'm super happy with the setup. Really glad that I made the changes, transformed the bike really, honestly. Just super, plush feel on the road with the tubeless setup, so it's made the bike more comfortable, definitely. And as far as speed goes, if anything, they feel faster. I think you have to take into account the surface that you're riding on. The roads around here, they're not terrible by any stretch, but they're not perfect either. They're often cracked and bumpy and whatever, so you got to take that into account. But yeah, super happy with it. Obviously, I can't really comment, tyre to tyre, Pirelli versus Vittoria, because everything that I'm feeling really is just the tubeless setup. I've never ridden it before, so that's the big change that's going on. But yeah, bike is feeling pretty bloody dialed. The only thing going forward will just be how tubeless is with maintenance and puncture repair and all that. It was the only sort of thing holding me back from making the change, is just because with an inner tube I know what I'm doing, so that side of it remains to be seen. In theory it should be simple, but theory ain't always the real world, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, bike's feeling good. So the next thing I did was change my saddle. So the Izalco Max comes stock with a physique saddle. It's a Vento Argo R5. Hope I got that right. 140mm wide, and I just didn't like it from the get-go. I just couldn't get comfortable on it. Don't know whether it was too wide or just the overall design of it. I'm not sure, but I thought it might be to do with my saddle height being off, but I feel like I got that dialed and it improved the comfort a little bit, but I still wasn't getting on with it. So took a gamble, really, to be honest, just based off a lot of good things I'd read and YouTube reviews, etc. I'd seen for the Cell Italia Boost SLR saddle. I got it in a size small, which is 130mm, and huge difference. So much more comfortable. Yeah, my ass is a lot happier on that saddle, so pretty happy with that decision. So lastly, I have changed up the stem length on the bike. So it came with a 120mm stem. I've gone back to 110, and just shortening that reach just a little bit feels a lot better for me. The combination of that, the new saddle, it's improved my overall fit and comfort on the bike quite a bit. So yeah, that was a good move. I know 10mm, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's definitely, you notice it. And the 56, which is what I've got in the Izalco Max, it's definitely on the larger side of what I can fit, especially since compared to other brands, the Focus is slightly larger in that size. But I overlap. I'm 182 centimeters tall, so I can fit a 54 or 56. 56 is just what I'm used to, and there was also a really good deal on this particular bike, so that's the way that I went. And just riding it now for a decent amount of time, there's times on easy days where I'm just cruising and want to sit up a bit, I feel like that stem could be 10 mil shorter again. But as soon as I want to go fast, it feels perfect. So I think the fact is it's just an aggressive bike, and that's just, it is what it is. Yeah, I've ridden it for up to 4 3/4 hours now. It's the longest ride I've done on it, and I haven't had any pain or discomfort. So I'm no expert, but I'd say that's a pretty good sign that I'm in the ballpark of having a decent fit on the bike. So pretty happy with where that's ended up. So my favorite thing to look at on Strava, it's always been that graph, the one that tracks your weekly progress, your volume, and that graph spans 12 weeks. And I just noticed this morning when my ride uploaded, the graph was full. So I've just entered my 12th week of training since, I basically got off the couch, got on my bike, and started exercising again. I love looking at that graph because to me, like, it represents all the work I've put in. It's the day-to-day, early mornings, grind and making it happen week to week, consistency. Like, I get so much satisfaction out of just looking at that graph. And yeah, just thinking about the past 12 weeks, how much progress I've made. My fitness has progressed really well, kind of exceeded my expectations, and just in such a better spot in my life, generally speaking. And I'm pretty proud of myself, really, to be honest with you. That aside, me being me, I've quickly got just super carried away with cycling, and going from, just sort of training to train to 12 weeks into it, going reasonably hard, or as hard as I can anyway. And so I thought I'd talk about like what my goals are going forward, and it's really just super simple. There's every year here in my hometown, there's a race called the 100 Mile Classic. It's a handicap road race, 100 miles obviously. Usually gets a field of like about 100 riders, and people will come from surrounding areas to compete, etc. So yeah, it's just my goal to do that race and experience it. Basically, it's been running for the past like 90 odd years, I think, so fair bit of history there. So I think it'll be pretty cool, and it'll be my first time doing a bigger race, first time racing a longer distance, which I'm particularly excited for. There's just lots of unknowns for me going into that, and that's like, I find that fun, like that's exciting to me. And just, looking forward to all the new challenges a race like that's going to present for me. So super keen for it, and it's coming up on the 17th of May, so pretty soon. In the meantime, just trying to get as fit as I possibly can, and that's basically it. So that is about all I got for this one. It's taken me a little while longer than I would have liked to get this video done. It's kind of been strung out over like probably 3 weeks now. It's just, I don't know, been a busy period for us. Love you. So we had Gemma's birthday, then we had my daughter Francis's birthday. She turned 3. Had my parents-in-law over for a week and a half, which is awesome. Always really nice having them over here from New Zealand, getting to see them, spend some time with our kids, and and then just work and life and everything. Definitely as the training load's gone up, so I've gone from doing like 8 to 9 hours a week to like 11, 12. I've really had to prioritize getting enough sleep. Usually the time that I've got to make these videos is after the kids go to bed, so I end up staying up too late. So as soon as they've been going down, I get into bed and just make sure I'm getting proper sleep and recovering. So Easter weekend as I'm filming this, so I hope everyone's having a good Easter. Definitely nice to have a bit of break and a couple of days off work. So that's about it. I'll see you next time. See ya.